What's new in days 1 and 2 of Breaking News, aka Crime Fest 2018? It's been a while, hasn't it? But I did promise I'd cover any major updates for Payday 2 up until the end of the year, and besides, this event's got me excited! Not due to the lackluster first day, though, adding nothing but a golden Houston mask, which is frankly kinda ugly, and some supposed cupcakes strewn about the safe house, though I could never get my hands on them. No, day 2 is what we're focusing on today. Massive spoilers for the continuously surprisingly relevant plot of Payday 2. If you want to see the twists and turns unravel for yourself, turn back now. Okay, we have a brand new loud-only heist, Hell's Island. Locke has discovered Kataru and Murkywater are holding up in the abandoned Fort Clatsop prison off the coast of Oregon. Final spoiler warning, everybody, this prison is where Bane is being kept, and we're here to break him out. You'll enter the prison through the shockingly unguarded sewer system where you'll pop out in the middle of a Murkywater platoon. The first thing you may notice is there are no SWAT officers here, no cops to speak of at all. Instead, all new Murkywater reskins of the standard enemy spawns are present, even special enemies. Small details like this go a long way to spicing up Payday 2 this many years into its life. And I'd love to see these murky cops be backported into heists where they'd be more logical, like Henry's Rock. The second thing you may notice is the sultry tones of the dentist taunting you over the prison's intercom. It's good to hear Giancarlo Esposito reprise the role, doubly so now that he's become a villain number 1. Bask in his excellent performance while you hold out for a minute or so, defending yourself against a swarm of Murkywater pouring in from every angle. Cover in this first part of the map is scarce, so you'll likely just have to brute force it. Do keep an eye out for a large red box, however, as it contains thermal paste. This is needed in the next area, opened after you push back the initial horde. 2 doses are required to burn through the thick metal bars coating the windows, which block your access to the depths of the prison. Once all players are through the window, you can enter the main control room for the cell block. Here, you'll need to take a look at the security cameras to locate which cell Bane has been thrown into. Once you find the room and identify its number, punch it into the nearby keypad. Then hold out for 2 minutes against the Murkies, thankfully with ample cover to boot. The literal instant Bane is freed, he unleashes hell out of the cell, charging his way through the prison out of your sight. You're to follow in his wake, stepping past the visceral carnage he leaves behind. I guess he wasn't too old for this after all, Jesus. Either way, a security lockdown leaves you with gates blocking your path. Drill your way into the kitchen, where a victim of Bane's rampage will leave a helpful set of keys behind as a parting gift. Only one player can pick these keys up, so make sure whoever does is ready for some responsibility, as they have to unlock the several gates stood between you and your escape while pushing past a new model of turret, mountains of Murkies, and the room in which the video of Bane being tortured was recorded. You know, the one that Kento played for us back in Henry's Rock. Speaking of Kento, once all players are gathered at the exit, head outside to discover Bane himself, standing victoriously over Kento's corpse, and then promptly collapsed and bleeding out over Kento's corpse. Locke dashes in to save the day, carrying Bane over his shoulders to the escape. You're tasked with defending him from the onslaught of Murkywater, fighting your way through the outskirts of the prison to the helipad. Various obstacles stand in your way, such as a drawbridge that has to be extended, a gate that must be hacked open, and Locke's bad back, I guess. At one point, he just stops for a while because he's tired, giving you time to clear the path ahead of Murkies. All of this is on a point of no return timer, by the way, so you best act fast to make it to the helicopter in time, Bane in tow, and escape. While this heist may not pay out well in cold hard cash and makes up for it in warm, soft friendship. Overall, this is the prison break heist I've wanted from Payday 2 since Hoxton. Physically sneaking into the prison, busting in guns blazing, rescuing our crewmate, and escaping. It's exactly as fun as I imagined it, although I'd argue setting it in a former World War II Japanese POW prison was a questionable decision to say the least. Regardless, from unique gameplay elements like finding the correct cell to unlock to aesthetic additions like the new Murkies and turret, Hell's Island stands out as a heist like no other. Player beware, however, as the frame rates of this venture are mediocre at best due to the massive scale of the prison, not to mention both rainwater and Murkywater pouring in from every angle. At the end of the day, though, we killed Kento and rescued Bane. Although, beyond being severely injured, apparently he's been infected with some sort of man-made virus which we have to find a cure for. If this isn't the most shoehorned setup for No Mercy imaginable, I don't know what is. Hey, maybe we'll get zombie Kento out of it though. It'd be a more interesting end for him than what actually happened. Opinions aside, let's move on to the rest of today's content. We have a brand new pistol to work with, the M13 9mm pistol. A compact, stealth-oriented handgun perfect for the loud-only heist it was released alongside. Overkill, you've really got to stop doing that. Not that it matters much either way, as while this little guy's by no means an underperformer when slotted into an appropriate build, namely a dodge crit setup, it still fails to exceed the performance of similar firearms, namely the Bernetti 9. Modifications prove uninteresting as well, meaning I fail to see much reason to arm yourself with the M13 for any other reason than style. The akimbo variation performs a mite better if you're into that sort of thing, however, at the end of the day, the story is still the same. I'm starting to feel as though Payday 2 may have too many weapons to be able to balance them all around each other with any semblance of an even playing field. That said, the newly added Kento's Tonto melee weapon is surprisingly competitive. With the right balance of high damage, fast swing speed, and perfect concealment, I think we may have a new contender for best melee weapon in all of Payday 2, which is just about as important as being the best swimmer in a foot race, but that's neither here nor there. And that's just about everything for today. New heist, massive plot twists, no mercy is on the way. Performance problems aside, I'd say if this day isn't at least somewhat satisfying, nothing is. I'm happy to see a proper prison breakout and some unique visuals to boot. I'll see you all in the next day of content, so make sure to subscribe and maybe follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up. Either way, thanks for watching and take it easy!